Took me a bit longer than I expected, but I found—
Let me just be sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we've got—
I'll take you at your word.
I know you said you wanted to keep... So, I chose a few promising young
Yes, we're ready to roll then.
Now that you're here, I guess we can get this show on the road.
Wait!
I'm sorry, you can't come with us. You need to stay at the expo like we agreed. It's for your own safety.
We know. It's just... Do you really think Uncle Ash...
I wish I could answer that question, but it would just be speculation. And I work based off evidence.
He's been gone for 2 days now, and he just left us here. He's never done that before. Maybe he really is working for those people and was afraid of getting caught. But if that's true, then that means he must have been involved in making and selling weapons in the past too.
That's not for us to say. Take a look around the expo. There are plenty of other people making and selling weapons. Doesn't mean they're necessarily all bad people.
Really?
The same is true for your uncle. In Fontaine,
Yeah. Why would Uncle Ashvapati do something like that?
How about this? I'll make sure that Miss Chevres and Miss Yelan promise to bring your uncle back safe and sound. Then you can ask him yourselves.
Thanks, miss.
This situation is complicated and unpredictable. Isn't it a bit early to be making those kinds of promises? It's all right. We're prepared for whatever we might face.
Regardless, it's a promise we have to keep. After all, when the children get their answer, it will shape their understanding.
Then, let's...
Stop right there!
We missed him.
Looks like he left behind plenty of evidence, though. Search the area. Let's see if we can find a lead. These records look suspiciously familiar.
Yeah. Doesn't seem very coincidental to me either.
Remember when I said this group's cover was ironclad? They were always careful never to leave a trail leading back to them. The one time they slipped up, it broke the case wide open. We found a cargo manifest left behind at the scene. That's the clue that led us to Nodcry.
It was a similar story on our end.
And now that same manifest shows up here, among the records left behind by Ashvapati.
So, he's the guy that slipped up back then?
Unless it wasn't a slip-up at all. How does the same clue get left behind at 2 separate scenes and picked up by 2 separate law enforcement agencies? Thinking back on it now, it doesn't seem quite so accidental after all.
No. Almost like he led us here on purpose.
Wait! Is this what Paimon thinks it is?
It's the display model that goes with the prototype. Guess that does make him our thief.
What's worse is that, with his technical background, I bet he managed to bypass the security features on the prototype.
You're saying our guy has a battle-ready ballista in his possession, just waiting to be unleashed?
Oh,
Something isn't adding up. All the evidence suggests that he was here alone. Which begs the question, why would he unlock the ballista's features before even meeting up with his boss?
That's a question for another time.
there's a letter here!
Look at how it's positioned. It was begging to be found. I think it might be for us.
You think he knew we would come here?
If he did, he's a more impressive opponent than I anticipated.
Let's keep going. We can read it together when we debrief.
This situation seems more complicated than we imagined. It looks like Ashvapati does have a connection to our criminal gang.
You don't think he's working for them?
Unlikely. He lured us to Nodcry, prepared those weapons on his own, deliberately put us on his trail. This is looking more and more like the work of an independent actor.
Well, if we want to get to the bottom of this, that would seem to be our last remaining clue.
To the officers of the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol and the Liyue Qixing, you certainly live up to your reputation. Within a single day, you were able to eliminate over half of the gang's forces. I appreciate the effort. I doubt my secret hiding spot will be a secret much longer. So I suppose it's my turn to throw my hat in the ring. I'm just glad I no longer have to run. So, before my day in court is upon me, allow me to confess to my crimes. All started with a Kashar. He had dedicated his life to the pursuit of knowledge. But when he found himself in the desert,
Researchers like you are...
are you mocking?
No, son. Just still trying to figure out why I've got such a soft spot for strays like you. Here, give me your canteen. You got somewhere to go?
Not really. Thanks to this water, though. At least...
Now you're talking like desert folk. You could always join my band of misfits.
What would I do?
Gather food, guard our water source, just like everyone else I've taken. Of course, if you have something you're good at, you're welcome to show it off.
All I know is... weapons.
Weapons?
Yeah. I love studying them. Big and powerful ones, small and deadly ones, old ones, new ones. I believe the essence of Ksharawar research is embodied in weaponry. And the pursuit of this kind of technology is what pushes the world forward. My lifelong goal has always been to become a foremost expert on all kinds of weapons, so I can invent even more advanced ones. So I might have borrowed a few sensitive techs without permission, but you see the vision, right? The higher-ups in the academia just didn't understand.
The academia could have 1,001 reasons for exiling you out here, and it still wouldn't matter to me, son. All I care about is what this...
Hi.
True, but when it comes to protecting the people here, this scimitar in my hand is more than enough.
Overkill.
Our group is lucky. Our ancestors learned how to protect the oasis from the sandstorms to prevent it from drying up. Plus, we're pretty far off the beaten path. Helps us avoid conflict with other... All in all, we don't have to travel to find water. We don't have to fight off other desert folk. There are plenty of ways to die in the desert, but behind a lot of them lies too much ambition.
I see. Guess I could do some odd jobs then.
I've heard you Ksharawar scholars are handy with all kinds of gadgets. You could always make something for the kids.
You mean, like, toys?
Yes, if you wouldn't mind.
All right, then. And just like that, a Ksharawar scholar. It got boring, looking back now. I wish I could have lived like that until the end of my days. But then, those despicable people... Don't rush me.
Oh, they've got a lot of nerve showing their faces.
Send the gem? It has...
Well, we have a right to this oasis, too. Our ancestors were part...
You hated this place. After that giant sandstorm when everyone else was trying to figure out how to help, you got out of Dodge the first chance.
Because I knew better than to be...
You abandoned...
I heard.
Chief, should we drive him off? I'd like to see you try...
Leave them be. All that matters.
At the time, and so normal life continued. I often, as far as I knew, No one had been able to analyze or reproduce the technology within those mechanisms. But I was able to design a kind of lure to bait somehow. The new...
Hope you don't mind me asking, but...
I do mind, actually.
Rumor is you...
What do you want?
I want to team up. The rules and red tape that got you kicked out of the academia, they don't exist in the desert. You could take this research to the next level. As things stand, all you've got is a blueprint and a pipe dream. But what if you had access to the right funds and materials?
What are you suggesting?
Me and my men can... We've always had a good eye for...
You want to sell it?
It's a win-win.
I
understand what these people don't think bigger than this place. They don't get involved in conflict. I mean...
You've made a bad...
Well, it's your... So I'll ask you again. Do you want to finally develop the weapons you've been dreaming of and realize...
How I wish I'd made the right choice back then.
Yeah, we increased our prices. What about it? You gonna back out?
So, you're really as money hungry as they all say, huh?
Cash is king. That's just business.
Fine.
I'm done. I want out.
What are you talking about? We're making bank here.
I know what the weapons have been used for, and I refuse to be an accomplice to all this any longer.
An accomplice?
Can't you sell more?
If you want to make the big Mora, you gotta push what sells. That's just how it...
And that...
Fine. I've made more than enough to leave this dump in the dust anyway. If you want out so bad, have it your way.
What was that? No. Come. How did this happen?
You won't find a tribe in this desert without enemies.
You sold weapons to his enemies.
It was the perfect excuse to drive up the price, that's why.
It was only later that I found out. I didn't chase after them, but once the weapons I designed were turned against us. In the end, and now, you know the full account of my crimes. Raising them ever since. This I know I'm in no back then.
Jeez. If this is true...
He's after the same target as us. And he's out for revenge.
He even lured us to Notcry to help him get it.
I think I know what he's planning to do with those ballistas now. If I'm right, this doesn't bode well.
Then we need to find him ASAP! It sounds like he's about to...
I can't just let him get rid of our target. Oh?
You got something?
He knew we'd be out of the picture investigating this place.
Oh, snap. He's not working for...
The meeting will be happening any time now. Quick!
Ashvapati.
It's been a while.
How did you find this?
All these years.
Useless bunch of idiots. Just wait until my back...
Oh, I think that might take a while.
No. There's no way the cops could have known...
Unless, of course, someone deliberately left a trail. If they hadn't taken your...
So now what? You gonna turn me in, too?
No. The authorities can have your men. But you're mine.
Is that Fatui tech? Looks like your skills are as good as ever. Listen, I know you're mad that I've been racking up Mora without you all these years. But it looks like you still got it. If you want back in, we can work something out.
After everything that happened, what makes you think I would want back in?
Because what's the alternative? You're not here for revenge, are you? After Kayemwazet took you in, you really convinced yourself you were... What you should have learned is that banking on loyalty and belonging is a losing hand. Better to cash out before you're in the hole. In the desert, my people live by... Just look at me. When there's more to be earned in the desert, I'm a desert folk. When the opportunities in Fontaine are sweeter, I'm a Fontanian.
You think everyone is as much of a lowlife as you?
A lowlife? There's nothing Mora can't buy, Ashvapati. That you're talking to a renowned Fontanian philanthropist.
Are you done?
Clearly there's no reasoning with you. Fine. Have it your way. But if you want me dead so bad, why'd you come to face me alone? That wasn't the...
Don't you worry. I brought plenty of firepower with me.
What the... Are you crazy? If that thing fires, you're not getting out of here alive either.
Yes, that's the plan. It's high time both of us paid the price for our sins!
He's lost his mind. Get him! Start breaking his bones until he removes this barrier!
Hold it right there, all of you! Otherwise, I've got enough firepower to go around, too.
The Maison Gardiennage!
You got here sooner than I expected.
Hey! What's that in the sky? Looks like bad news.
Ashvapati, you have my word that these people will face the judgment.
Fontanian justice is too merciful for them. You should leave us.
Stubborn fool.
I don't deserve them!
What is it you feel you need to attack?
You're from Liyue, surely. It's choices like that which make Liyue what it is today. But me?
Sounds like you don't know as much as you think about fireworks. They might be hard.
What?
That's right. Fireworks and firecrackers. Over time, evil spirits learn the peace we enjoy. The weapons. It's people, not weapons, that commit acts of evil. And when people...
Time is running out. Please.
Relax. Now that we have these guys in custody, I think we can find a way of repurposing these balloons.
I knew they were looking for trouble, but they messed with the wrong manager.
Captain, we're in position!
Prepare to intersect! On my signal! Fire!
But how?
A fireworks show? Oh,
If ever you find that the
No funny business!
I never imagined the Guizhong ballista could be used for something so...
If you'll agree to come...
Of course. You'll...
Honestly, as for these arms dealers, though, I can confidently say that none of them will be getting away with this. So at least you can take some solace in that. I know. There's no sentence the court can give them that will satisfy you. But at least the trial will be considering the alternative was them dying in obscurity to a revenge killing with no one left behind to tell the story. This looks more like real.
I guess you're right.
Now that we are on the other side of this incident, I suggest we put any remaining questions to rest here and now. The Voynich Guild won't be responsible for any disputes remaining after this meeting.
Understood. Well, there's been no serious harm to me or any of my compatriots. And with the...
I appreciate your flexibility. As for you... Given your association with the Voynich Guild, I suspect the boss of the Curatorium might raise some objections if I insisted on bringing you into custody as well.
Then what do you propose, Miss Chevreuse?
While pursuing one of the suspects in this case, it was unfortunately necessary for me to destroy a certain signboard in Nasha Town.
Is that an official confession, officer?
What I'm suggesting is that I don't file charges against Ashvapati. He stays here, and in return, you don't seek damages for the signboard. Sound fair?
Deal.
Huh. It went surprisingly smoothly. Paimon figured it was gonna be a whole ordeal.
Uncle Ashvapati.
They told us the whole story. Everything you've done.
But
If you'd been less trusting of the promises these men made to you back then, and left some weapons for your own people to defend themselves with, maybe things would have turned out differently. The way I see it, your crime wasn't the weapons research itself. It was failing to use that knowledge sensibly, to protect the ones you cared about.
Yeah.
Well then, what are you waiting for?
Children. From...
Traveler, Yelan. On behalf of the Fontaine authorities, it has been a pleasure working with you both.
I have plenty of other business to attend to, so it's probably about time I got going as well. See ya.
Looks like you're a free man.
I guess, but... even if they won't arrest me, I still have a lot to answer for. I joined the Voynich Guild with my own agenda and nearly ruined their reputation. Are you really gonna let me get away with that?
After you joined us, it didn't take me long to find out that you'd lied about nearly everything. Everything except your desert origins. That turned out to be true. I actually consider the desert my home, too. Thanks to the Traveler, I now know the full story. And my, what a story it is.
Are you serious?
I mean, obviously I can't let you stay in the guild. Not after all the rules you broke.
I completely understand.
I'd recommend that you take these kids back to the desert.
Why?
The desert has been plagued by seemingly endless conflict since as far back as I can remember. But your story offers a glimpse of a different way of life. The Sumeru of today is a different world than what it once was. With Lesser Lord Kusanali at the helm, who knows?
I'm flattered, sure. We could put up a few tents and call it a settlement.
Where there's Mora, there's always a way. Hello, my dear customer. Why don't you discuss your needs with me? If you can dream it, you can buy it.
So Mora is the answer, huh? All right. Say I wanted to buy a hometown for these children. You telling me I can buy that from you?
Don't take her so literally. She's just doing her sales pitch.
Sure can.
Huh?
Ta-da! I present to you one magical gemstone created by none other than the renowned mage Alice herself. Simply plant it in the ground and a spring will instantly start growing. Before long, you'll have yourself a fully fledged oasis. And the best part is, it's designed to work flawlessly, even in the most arid and sandiest of deserts.
What the?
Huh. Looks genuine to me.
Goodness. They always say you can find everything at the Nodcry Trade Expo. Turns out it's more than just marketing hyperbole. Still, surely a treasure like this must cost the world. As much as I'd love to buy it, I don't think I'm the kind of clientele you're looking for.
Actually, this could be your lucky day. The mage who tasked me with selling this insisted on setting the price herself, and she priced it as whatever keeps the kids happy. Needless to say, I could have found far more lucrative options. But alas, none of them would be worth breaking a promise to a mage over.
Whatever keeps the kids happy?
Good question. I got it! How about I charge you whatever you three kids earned at the expo? Then you can say you bought back your hometown through nothing but your own hard work. I think that would keep the kids very happy indeed.
Deal!
Hooray! Well, this was a strange turn of events.
I think it's safe to say that this was one of the more memorable trade expos.
You came all this way to investigate me. Still, as a member of this expo, I'm protected by the Voynich Guild. There's nothing you can do to stop me.
I know. That's why I'll be taking this up with them directly.
It's been a while. What brings you here this time? Are you representing the Dawn Winery, or are you here as Owl?
Take your pick. Even Owl would take issue with people smuggling the winery's products.
I understand, but please be assured that I would never pit the rules of the Voynich Guild against the interests of the Dawn Winery. Our long-standing collaboration is far too valuable to me for that. No faction exists in Nodcry that can impose their will on everyone else. The rules we have now are a result of the tug-of-war between them all. In any case, I only allowed this gentleman to sell his so-called Dawn Winery vintage here because I'm confident that it poses no threat to our collaboration.
I see. So this isn't from our cellars at all. It's not even from Mondstadt.
You...
I'm guessing you learned a few of our winemaking techniques, then brewed your own liquor using local ingredients from Nodcry. Imitations like these are no threat to our business.
Oh, just you watch. One day, my wine will leave the Dawn Winery in the dust!
I'll grant that your wine is a perfectly palatable product. But the fact that you didn't dare to sell it without attaching our name to it speaks volumes. That alone tells me that I'll never need to worry about any serious competition from you.
Leaving so soon? Can't I persuade you to come to the Curatorium of Secrets for some tea with me and your two old friends?
Hey there! It sounded like you were discussing some pretty serious business, so Paimon didn't want to interrupt.
I'm afraid I'll have to decline.
That's a shame.
Next time you're back in Mondstadt, pay a visit to the Angel's Share.
At least there, I can offer you a genuine Dawn Winery vintage.
See, Lolly, I've been told that the merchants here are all protected by the organizers. I'm afraid confronting him myself will be more trouble than it's worth.
Do I have to do everything myself?
Oh, please! Granny Eatsley, have mercy!
Chaska! Say, Lolly! What are you,
It's a long story. Basically, a few members of the Flower Feather clan brought word from Nodcry that someone was selling Wyab fragments at this expo. Pretty serious stuff. So I brought Seat Lolly here to get to the bottom of it.
Oh. Okay, well, as it turns out, we've been tasked with mediating any disputes like this.
Are you intending to try and stop me? Look, I'm not trying to be difficult, but you don't need me to tell you that our Wyab are not for sale. Wait a second. This is just a shard of a Wyab pillar. And its power is long gone, so it no longer has any connection whatsoever to the Wyab. So, tell me, how much did they pay you to ship these out of Natlan?
About 800,000 mora apiece.
What?
Apparently, people outside of Natlan don't know all that much about our culture. Some people take one look at those pillars and start bragging that they found a Wyab fragment. I didn't want to correct them, because that way I could drum up the price.
Ugh, forget it. Since you asked me so nicely, I'll let him stay here until the expo's over. No point making a mountain out of a molehill.
Oh, thank you, Granny Eatsley.
Oh, don't start thinking you're off the hook. Once this is over, you're going straight to Biram to face the music.
Why, hello, Traveler and Paimon. Oh, quite the opposite. I'm her supplier. Nicole came up with a delightful new pricing method recently, which...
What sort of pricing method is that?
Curious? Well, allow me to explain. Instead of an amount of mora, you collect courage, kindness. The key is to make people realize they don't have to be rich. Kinda like a Seelie guiding.
Not for me. We didn't sell much Hex and Zirkel gear this time at all. At this point, I'll have to whip out some Samara's specialties just to break even. Wait, you're actually losing money, Dory?
You're saying our gifts didn't reach that many people?
I'm saying we made diddly squat. Hate to break it to you, Miss Mage, but you don't have much of a head for business.
It might not have made much, but this has been quite a fun little experiment. To make it up to you, all the revenue from our merchandise is yours to keep, Dory.
Oh, they don't call you a great mage for nothing, Miss Hal. It's almost time for the expo to end. I'm asking for half a month's leave once we wrap this up. Finally got time to relax, huh, Yehoda? Yeah, thanks to you. Oh, things are pretty calm right now.
Should be smooth sailing from here on out.
Sorry, but I've got a problem over here.
Same here.
Yoda! You just jinxed it!
Someone made off with a batch of my goods using the goods first, pay later method. I thought the guild was the guarantor, but then I went to redeem my money and no dice.
The same thing happened to me.
Goods first, pay later? That convenience is for exhibitors only. It works because their goods stored in the warehouse can be used as collateral.
The buyer did have guild supplied certification.
In that case, he's one of you. Pick him out of the crowd and we're good to go.
The person I talked to was a tall, thin young man, but I don't see him here.
The one who bought from me was on the chubbier side. And nope, no sign of him either.
Wait, so it wasn't the same person?
Miss Yehoda, we need help! Ati went into town a while back, and we haven't heard from him.
What? Why would he do that?
He wanted to use the mora we got from our exhibit to buy everyone a little something in return for looking out for us. So he headed out alone.
Gods, this kid... Wait, did he have your certification from the guild with him?
Yeah, he's our older brother, so he's in charge.
Oh, this is bad.
Okay, let's not panic. What?
Remember those people who targeted Ati?
Sorry.
Oh, should we rest? Oh, come on, Yehoda, come on.
Looks like you're down to your last option, dumpster diver.
Oh, right. The clink.
Clank crisis control switch activated. Awaiting orders. Awaiting orders.
Whoa! Activating the switch gives you temporary control over all the robots, but it won't last long, so think about what you want to do. In that case, let's get the stolen goods back first.
All units, advance to rescue Ati.
Miss Yehoda.
Orders received.
Ati! You're all right!
Sorry.
If anyone should be apologizing, it's those awful people who took you. You just wanted to repay everyone's kindness.
They stole my expo certificate. Did that cause trouble for anyone?
Let's just focus on one thing at a time.
Inventory complete. All goods have been retrieved.
See? Told ya. With the Clink Clank crisis control switch, there's no problem in Nocry you can't handle. With so many bots around, we didn't have to choose between the rescue and getting the goods back. We were able to do both.
I know.
These kids call me boss, and as their boss, it's my job to protect them. No way I'm letting them get in trouble.
Thanks, boss.
I know who's a great person to have.
To be honest, I could hug you right now. But I think I'll have that vacation first. Oh, right! I owe you a hot dog, don't I?
Speed of light!
Keep it together. Slow and steady now.
I've activated a backup energy source for you. Keep at it!
The final round begins. Time to go all out. Activating analysis module. Learning the Traveler's operational logic. If successful, this will increase our efficiency by at least 179%. The assault will continue. Please remain vigilant. Calculating efficiency of commands. 3 times higher than standard. This will be my final attack. Ha, ha, ha.
Frontline guidance is up to you.
Fly the frost moon of old. Branch into song.
Make yourselves a home. This way.
The mystery unravels. Can't hide the truth.
Time to go clean.
No more lies.
Time to go clean.
Fire support ready. Select a target. Here comes the mother load. Shooting!
With one heart, we pray. Receive my blessing.
The Temple of Wisdom!
Can't hide the truth.
Let's see what you're made of.
Seek within. It all adds up.
Time to go clean.
Fire support ready. Select a target. Switch to ground attack shells. Increase firepower. Shooting!
A new moon rises.
For the everlasting forest.
see everything.
Can't hide the truth. The mystery unravels.
Make yourselves at home.
Add Astra. Thank you for